What's your name?
My name is Chris Williams.
And your stage name?
My stage name is DJ-CWILL.
Electronic dance music has taken over. Traces of it can be found everywhere. From the Harlem Shake dance craze earlier this year, to influence in popular music on the charts and in film, and not to mention the numerous musical festivals held around the world such as EDC and Tomorrowland. Electronic music is everywhere. Today we sat down with High Point University's
with DJ-CWILL,
aka Chris Williams. Chris is currently a senior at HBU pursuing his BA in electronic media. Let's see what he had to say.
I think it was about like 5 to 6 years ago. I met a friend. I was on the soccer team, and I met a friend who went to another school, and we were playing soccer together, and he told me that he just got into DJing and that it was a great way to learn music and the harmonics of mixing. And I really got into it, and then I slowly purchased software. I actually had DJ software before I even had a mixer, and I just practiced off that. I bought my first mixer from Best Buy, and it was an iPod DJ mixer, and it was really cheesy, but you just stuck the iPod straight into the mixer, and then it was based off that, just 2-deck. No effects. It was very simple. And then after that, I upgraded to a Pioneer mixer, which is what the brand most DJs use today at clubs and festivals.
So this is the program I use to DJ with. It's called Tractor. It syncs up with my Pioneer SX mixer, which is a very common mixer used in clubs and the DJ scene. Right now we have 2 hooked up. Each one can play an individual song, so right now there's 4 different tracks playing at the same time.
Currently, I think my most favorite DJ is someone named M4 Sonic. He's a revolutionary DJ who, he doesn't use a DJ mixer, he uses 2 beat pads. And on one beat pad there's drum hits, percussive hits, hi-hats. On the second beat pad there's vocals, there are synthesizers, just anything that he wants to incorporate into his production of music live. But he plays these 2 and he just makes songs from it, and he makes his own transitions from it. But he's not like a traditional DJ. He doesn't use deck A or deck B. He just uses all samples, which he continuously plays with his fingers. And it's just a new way of producing music and performing live.
We're at 777! We're hitting it up! 777! 777! Woo!
777 is the address of Chris's humble abode and also one of HPU's premier nightlife spots on campus. Chris recalls moving in, meeting his roommate Ryan Ferguson, and having their first party there. Ever since then, he and his roommates have kept it up, drawing in huge crowds and always promising a wild and exciting night for students.
This is where the hottest DJs are on campus. Where else are you gonna go?
I divide my time between schoolwork and DJing by making sure I have enough time for, DJing and listening to music. I feel like evening out the two components is a great way to reduce stress. Really just focus on what's important to you, schoolwork and music. I think my favorite thing about DJing is that, well, for my generation, it brings back old genres or old songs, and many DJs today are known for remixing the oldies and bringing a new vibe to it that can be represented by the younger generation, and it just shows that music is timeless.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. The biggest show that I played at, I actually rented out a warehouse back from my home in my hometown, Maryland, and I gave flyers out. I made Facebook posts, and it was hosted by me and two other DJs, and we got around 200 people, and it was a lot of younger kids, but it was my first show that I actually invested money into for renting property and purchasing goods that were needed to start a party. The best show I've ever been to was in Vegas last summer, Electric Daisy Carnival Festival. It was the largest concert I've ever been to and the largest funded one. There were over 250,000 people total. It was during a 3-day span, and the company who hosted it was called Insomniac, and they spent around $32 million just for production.
How prepared are you for a jellyfish apocalypse?
A jellyfish apocalypse?
Yes. Many festivals and shows have been getting canceled recently due to the growing scene and the media's coverage of festival deaths due to drug misuse and overdose. The University of Massachusetts most recently canceled 2 of their shows within the past few months due to ongoing safety concerns. Do you think this is an issue that will continue to grow in the future?
Ever since the first raves, there's always been drug issues, and the fact that electronic music is big in the music industry now and more people are investing in it, of course these issues are going to be brought up more because they're more mainstream, more people talk about it, it's more relevant. And now that more people go to these concerts, there's going to be more topics on electronic music festivals, and I feel like this is a good thing, but it also hurts the music genre itself because it creates stereotypes.
Many DJs such as A-Track, Diplo, and Major Lazer have spoken out on the issue of drug use and have said that persecuting a festival is not going to help. Instead, they've said having open dialogue and discussion to teach kids about drugs the same way we teach them about drinking responsibly and having safe sex would be best. Do you agree with this?
I do agree with that. The key is to discuss the issue of the act and not to quickly persecute someone. And I feel like bringing up the issue in conversation is the best way to go about it, and you cannot blame the festivals for it. It's the individual at hand who really needs to adjust what they're doing.
Why do you think so many people have picked up DJing in the past few years?
Well, I know electronic music it's a fairly new genre to America on being mainstream. And DJing is fairly new to people, and it's being introduced to the younger generation, and it's something fresh. It's something that it's never been offered, and more companies are producing mixers that are at an affordable rate, and pretty much anyone can purchase a mixer.
Where do you see yourself or your brand 5 years from now? Are you going to continue pursuing DJing in the future?
I think I'm going to move towards the music industry, but I want to maybe have my own label one day, and then find talent, and then manage tours and concerts.
It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love what we want. We can kiss what we want, we can screw what we want. It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love what we want. We can kiss what we want, we can screw what we want.
Red cousins, sweaty bodies everywhere. Hands in the air like we don't care. 'Cause we came to have so much fun now. Everybody here might get some now. If you're not ready to go home, can I get a hell no? 'Cause we gonna go all night till we see the sunlight. And we can't stop. You see it's we on the night. You see it's we about that life. And we can't stop. You see it's we on the night. We about that life. To my homegirls here with the big butt, shaking it like we at a strip club. Remember, only God could judge you.
Oh, I love you. So anyway, 777 is not in service right now. The back door is broken and the floors are messy. We should get in there quick. Go.
On that note, have a good night, honey.
It's our